You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. Every delay, every heartbreak, every silent night, it was never rejection. It was divine construction. This message found you because your suffering is nearing its end. Something inside has already felt it. The weight that used to crush you feels lighter now. The noise that once broke you has gone quiet. The storm that terrified you has started to fade. The air feels different. The energy feels softer. You can't explain it, but something within whispers, it's finally time. The season of breaking is closing. The season of becoming has begun. The darkness you walked through was not a punishment. It was a sacred initiation. Every prayer that went unanswered, every door that stayed shut, every person who left without explanation, all of it was part of the preparation. The divine wasn't ignoring you. It was aligning everything around you. Heck, what you lost wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal who you are without everything that was holding you back. God removes before he replaces. Sometimes it takes losing everything to realize what was never needed. You were stripped of your comfort so your character could grow. You were brought to your knees so your spirit could rise. The divine doesn't test the weak, it forges the chosen. Every sleepless night was strength training. Every unanswered prayer was discipline in disguise. Every delay was timing being perfected behind the scenes. The lesson was never about what you lost, it was about what you were learning to carry. You were not being broken down, you were being built differently. The old version of you had to die for the new one to breathe. That version that sought validation, that begged for answers, that tried to control the uncontrollable, it's gone now. What remains is someone quieter, stronger, someone who trusts instead of chases, someone who listens instead of forces. You've been through the fire long enough to know that what burns away was never meant to stay. You've faced the silence long enough to realize that answers don't always come as words. Sometimes they come as peace. And lately, peace has been finding you. Even when nothing's perfect, something deep inside says, it's working. That feeling is not random. That's recognition. The soul knows when the storm is over. You're starting to notice the signs, synchronicities, numbers, phrases that keep appearing, people showing up with messages you didn't ask for but needed to hear. The world hasn't changed, but your perception has. You're not reacting the same way anymore. The pain that used to control you now only teaches you. That's how the divine shows the preparation is complete. The peace that once seemed impossible is now natural. The strength that once felt forced is now effortless. You no longer chase closure, you carry it. You no longer seek signs, you live as one. The divine tests until trust becomes instinct. Everything that left, every door that closed, every no that broke your heart, all of it pushed you toward this stillness. You're entering a new vibration. The energy that once drained you can't reach you anymore. The people who once misunderstood you can no longer access you. What's coming next isn't random reward, it's the harvest of endurance. Every tear watered the ground beneath your destiny. Every lonely moment rooted your faith deeper. The time of waiting has ended. The time of walking begins. You will soon start to notice subtle confirmations, opportunities aligning effortlessly, messages landing at perfect moments, doors opening without force. This isn't luck, it's divine synchronization. The same hand that took everything apart is now putting everything together. The same silence that once hurt you is now your sanctuary. The same waiting that once broke you is now your weapon. You're not the person who started this journey. You're the one who survived it. The divine only promotes those who endured preparation. What you endured has changed your frequency. You no longer attract chaos, you attract calm. You no longer chase love, you embody it. You no longer pray for signs, you recognize them in everything. The energy of this new season is clarity. Where there used to be confusion, there will be confidence. Where there used to be fear, there will be peace. Where there used to be emptiness, there will be purpose. Soon, everything that didn't make sense will unfold like a map. You'll realize that the things you begged for would have destroyed you back then, that the people you lost were never capable of walking into your future, that the waiting wasn't a pause, it was precision. What's coming is aligned, not rushed. The suffering served its purpose. The silence shaped your strength. The stillness built your trust. You're entering a chapter where grace will meet you faster than struggle ever did. Not because life got easier, but because your soul finally understands its own timing. Everything that belongs to you will begin to move closer. Everything that's finished will fade without chaos. This is the gentle arrival of answered prayers. Things will align without force. Conversations will feel divinely timed. Dreams will reignite with clarity instead of confusion. It will all feel natural, like it was always meant to be. Because it was. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. You're stepping into the version of yourself that the pain was preparing you for. The one that walks in purpose. The one that speaks in calm. The one that trusts without proof. The divine didn't forget you. It was waiting for you to recognize yourself. The training is complete. The lesson is finished. You've passed the test of faith. From this point on, things will flow differently. Doors won't resist, paths won't confuse, signs will multiply. You won't question if it's for you. You'll feel it in your bones. What's meant for you can finally find you because now you're ready to hold it without breaking. The pain was the molding, the waiting was the proof, and the moment you're stepping into now, this is the arrival. The storm was never punishment. It was preparation. You are no longer in the breaking. You are walking in the becoming. This is your new beginning. Walk with gratitude. Walk with calm. Walk with strength. You are not self-made. You are not forgotten. You are God-made.